Alright, well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Genshin Impact.
Would you like some tea? I'll brew you
They
some.
have
Do you take sugar?
the new storyline out. The Historia Antica chapter, which is Zhongli. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, as with every, like new thing like this, we've got some new test runs, which means we can actually, take a moment and do a trial of Zhongli. Zhongli? I think it's Zhongli. Along with Zhanyan, Razor, and Chongyun. I hope I'm saying those names right. If I'm not, feel free to correct me, and I will try to fix that. Let's check out Zhongli here. Pretty sure we're saying Zhongli throughout. By tapping his elemental skill, Zhongli can summon a stone Steely, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. Holding his elemental skill creates a shield protecting Zhongli and his allies. Elemental Burst summons a meteorite falling from the sky, dealing geo damage and applying petrification to the enemy's hit and mobilizing them. That's the first time that I think we've had petrification as a status. So that's interesting. Also, it's giving me Kaya and Lisa as characters, which seems weird to me, but sure, why not? I know he's a spear user, which seems like a really odd choice. Like a spear using Geo character. I mostly say that because, like, for example, these like shielded hilly churls here, like the Geo shielded hilly churls. Like the whole idea behind them is like, you have to hit them with like a claymore or something like that, to like break through their defense, like their defensive shield and stuff.
Order guide you.
Boom. I guess that was cool. Maybe this attack is actually like, I should like do something to these things. Maybe I'm not understanding something, but he really doesn't seem suited to these enemies. Like when it comes to, here's the part that I'm really confused about. Like when it comes to the like Geomancer up there, like, whoa. Okay, I'm a little confused by that, because I was watching and the like Steely did nothing that whole time to like the Geomancer's like pillar thing, but I did this and it like did massive damage to like the pillar, and that very much confuses me. So he doesn't have any like healing ability or anything then, I guess, like Noelle does, which puts me at a very confusing spot here. I'm a little uncertain exactly what I'm supposed to do. I mean, I pulled out Kaya's like frostbite. Well, okay. Not. Maybe I'm just confused, but not very happy with him so far. Considering that, again, I died in an encounter that's made specifically for him. Again, maybe I'm just not understanding something about this character. I'm sure, like, I have that issue with, like, Hyrule Warriors, for example. Where, like, there's characters that are apparently supposed to be, like, really good. And I'm just always like, I don't understand. Like, I had to use Kaya there. I don't think any of Zhongli's abilities would have even done anything to that shield. So I'm very confused why they would give me... Like, they gave me a lot of pyro enemy. And this is what I was confused by with Child, too. Was like, they give you a lot of enemies that aren't built for your character to fight. But it's meant to be that character that fights. And I'm very confused. Because, like, if they see that as, like, this is what you're supposed to fight, this is what you're supposed to use in this, like, clearly I'm missing something, but I don't know what I'm missing. Upon casting your elemental skills, Xinyan will swing her instrument, gaining different levels of pyro shield based on the number of enemies hit. Its max level, the shield will continuously deal pyro damage to surrounding enemies. Xinyan's elemental burst will literally blast her opponents with a sound wave, which is followed by a trail of scorching flames. Attack deals physical and pyro damage. And see, like, the thing I don't like about these trials is you get a line of text that tells you, like, oh, here's what your abilities do. But they don't present the trial in a way that's like, okay, here, let me teach you your abilities, you know? So I guess I guess she's a sword user? Is she a claymore user? Because she's very slow if she's a sword user. No, I can't even... And that's another thing. I can't even, like, look at the characters. Because it's in a domain. Well, no, actually. I think I can do this. To look at the character. Okay, now it's a claymore. Okay, that's why it's so slow. And again, they gave me Kaya and Lisa, which I feel like there's something to that. Like, the characters they give you are supposed to, like, help in some way, but I'm a little confused. Maybe I'm just stupid. I'm very much confused here. Like, I'm fighting a bunch of water enemies here, which, again, I don't feel like fire is good for water. Just like water is very much not good against Electro. Or maybe I'm just confused. I mean, she's got an awesome elemental burst, don't get me wrong. But again, none of my abilities were good against any of those enemies. I'm very like, there's got to be something I'm missing. Maybe I know that nobody's here at the stream right now. But maybe somebody in the comments can, like, explain to me what I don't understand about the game, I guess? Like, the whole game? Because clearly I'm missing something about the game in general. Like, fire is not good against water. Yet, they send me up against water enemies with fire, which I can only assume means that it actually is, but it's not. Like like I was getting vaporized, but that didn't seem like it was doing any kind of extra damage. Tapping raises elemental skill will cause him to rend the enemies in front of him and gain an electric sigil. Holding it will deal AoE damage. Consume the sigil, converting it to energy. Oh god, what are these again? Yeah, I never could figure them out when I used them before. His elemental burst summons the wolf within, strikes alongside Razor, and increases attack speed. Could never figure Razor out when I used him initially. And is Electro actually good against ice? Like, have I been doing this wrong this whole, like, game? I mean, this seems like it's doing pretty good. The elemental burst. The elemental bursts, though, are always usually pretty good. I mean, even Zhongli's was. Again, I really feel like I'm missing something because holy crap. Like, yep. There it is. I was gonna say, I have died on every one of these. And I shouldn't be dying on them because they're the character that I'm built for. Like, the challenge is built for that character. I shouldn't be dying on these. Fire is really good against ice, though. I guess the Electro seemed pretty decent against it. Oh, thanks, game.
Nice and spicy.
Yes. Let's put you in an arena where you can just knock the enemy off the side. But unlike any other point in the game where that would be considered a kill, it doesn't count here, and the enemy just regens all his health and teleports back. That's a legitimate strategy in like every other part of the game. There's even quests that are designed around that. Like that very mechanic. Wow. I almost died even with freaking Zhangling here. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Challenge end. I have died with every one of these trial characters. Like, maybe that's why I just liked, like, Bidu and, whatever the other character I did a trial. Was that, I feel like that was Tartaglia himself, actually, that I was like, hey, this is really cool. And, like, I didn't die. Because, like, I actually felt like I understood the character and the challenge. But these I don't understand. Zhongyun's elemental skill creates a Shanghu Frost Field. Shanghua, I think. Shanghua Frost Field, imbuing allies' weapons with cryo and making them deal cryo with normal attacks. His elemental burst summons a gigantic spirit blade dealing cryo damage. Okay. I've seen this guy many times.
Swift and merciful.
Okay, all I'm getting is electrified right now. all I'm doing is getting electrified by these guys. I remember, like I showed, like I fought, or like I was showing, like a, battle that I did. I think it was that child fight, like the initial one that I did.
Whence you came.
I think I was showing that to somebody, and they were like, well, half of your problem is that you're like comboing. I'm like, what's the point of a combo system if they don't want you to combo? Hello, Charmander. I mean, at least I got $1 a stroke out of that. So that's pretty cool.
From whence you came.
I'm gonna die with him too. Am I just like stupid and missing something like that should be very obvious? Because I am very confused why I am like dying with every one of these characters. Like these are, again, these are designed for you to not have the slightest clue what you're doing. Like they're literally a trial run. Wow. First character I didn't die with. I almost did. I literally had freaking 1 hit left. And I would've. Like, am I missing something? Like, am I not understanding like a super important combat mechanic in this game or something? Yeah, most of the like Claymore characters, if you hold the attack button, they start doing a spin like this. And if like a menu pops up when you start making an attack, it will act as though you've been holding the button, and so after the menu goes away, you start doing something like this where you hold, and that happens for every character when a menu pops up. If you're like if I'm doing Zhang Ling here and I'm doing this and then something pops up, she'll do that right after. So that's just how it always does it, because it it keeps track of the fact that you were pushing a button, but it tracks that you were like continued to hold the button even though you didn't. So unless I'm just not understanding a very important mechanic to this game, I don't like any of these characters. Every single one of them died. I'm counting Chongyun here as having died in the battle because he literally had 1 hit left before he died. Like, I never felt like I had any control over any of those 4 combats. So unless I'm just not understanding like an important mechanic to the game, and I feel like I should understand. I'm freaking adventure rank 44 at this point. Like, I'm heck, look at, I feel like I should be understanding this game, but yet I feel like I'm nowhere close to understanding this game. On combat you have to switch a ton. Yeah, like that's the thing though, is that the trial runs are meant for you to test and play that one specific character. So I don't really know why I would need to be like jumping back and forth between characters.
Or garlic and herbs.
Because that, to me, that doesn't make sense. Again, maybe that makes perfect sense to somebody else. Maybe I'm just stupid. But like, it doesn't make sense that if this combat encounter is built for a specific character, that I should be like jumping back and forth between 3 different characters. I should be using the character that they want me to test and try, you know? They might give you a character. Yeah, I could understand the idea of like, oh, well, maybe this character can do combos. But I don't feel like if I'm doing the idea here is that I'm trying out Zhongli, so the encounter should be built around Zhongli, not Zhongli and his cohorts. You know, I should be like figuring out how to play Zhongli. Like, I can't even begin to think about how to combo with Zhongli's abilities until I understand his abilities. But at no point during that did I understand what I was doing, and before I knew it, Zhongli was dead. I think he was the one that went down the fastest out of the 4. And maybe I'm wrong on that part. Somebody else would have to, recheck the footage. So obviously I can't do that while I'm streaming. But I don't know, maybe it'll make, like, these encounters here always give you, like more ability to, like, figure stuff out. Like, usually there's a dungeon that you do, and in that dungeon, it's like, you do a thing, and the game's like, okay, now use this ability. And it runs you through the character. Those trials don't do that at all. Also, I'm trying to remember how the heck to get out there. Is there a character that could take me there? I think there's an NPC that can take me there. Just don't remember where they are. I have been there. I have been to the boat before. And there's supposed to be a way to get there easily. I just don't remember. Like, you go there in this really convoluted way the first time. But then they're like, oh, if you ever want to come back here, just talk to this NPC. But I've never needed to go back there, and so I've completely forgotten how to get to the ship without the big convoluted method. It's one of these NPCs, though. Probably whichever one NPC I can actually talk to. Is it you? Hi there, your ship sprung a leak. Fixing ships certainly cheaper than buying new ones. Okay, nope, you are just some random NPC. Dockyard laborer. I'm assuming it's not the dockyard laborers. Maybe? No? Maybe it's this guy. Nope, I can't even talk to that guy. Maybe he's on the other side. Maybe he's one of those guys. One of these NPCs is supposed to be able to teleport me over to the ship. I remember that specifically, because I did use the teleport once. I teleported over to the ship once. Because I had to for the quest line. Like, they teach you about the NPC, and then it's like, okay, I know what to do now. And then you, like, use him to go back and forth. Like, they make sure to teach you that, which I like when, the game teaches me how to play the game. Game devs, I really do want to play your... Thank you. I really do want to play your game, people. Like, really, I really do. Please, like, let me play your game. Like, help me to understand and play your game, because I really do want to play your game. I think that's what frustrates me the most, is I feel like I just don't understand how to play, because I feel like the game doesn't teach me what I'm supposed to know. And this is just a case of I've completely flippin' forgot what I'm supposed to be doing to get there. This is nothing on the game. I'm just stupid and forgetting where this NPC is. I swear he's around here. I swear he's just... Like, I could have gotten to it by just pulling out Kaya and using Frost over and over again by now. Like, that's how bad it is that, like, I've just forgotten this. Because this is something that the game did teach me, and I was like, oh, that's cool, you know? Now I can't remember, and I literally, like, the quest won't tell me or anything. None of you? Who the flip do I talk to here? I feel like I have ran by every NPC that is here.
Now I got stomach cramps.
It's a bunch of dock workers. I don't know why I just got an enemy target above me there for a second. That was very strange. Is that any of you guys?
Race you.
Is it maybe this guy in the boat? No, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have a name or anything. Is it this guy over here? Uncle Tien? No, it's not Uncle Tien. I know that for sure. No. No, it's definitely not you. I know you. You're part of another quest that I've done already. I literally could have gotten there by now, otherwise, without looking for this guy. And again, that's not a criticism on the game. That's just me. Like, this is a case of me just being stupid. Maybe I might have a better idea if, like, somebody that actually knew this game was around in the stream. Yeah, I always look at Vinny, Vine Sauce. I'm always like, I'm always a little jealous of him because, like, he streams anything. And it's like, there's 30 people that just know. Even if it's a game that just came out, somehow there's like 30 people in his chat that already just know. Like, what to do, where to go, how to help. And I get a little jealous of that because I get like one viewer a stream if I'm lucky.
Race you.
Like, I literally have just spent the entire last like 10 minutes searching for an NPC that I don't know where it is. No, you're a Millith. Maybe he's down here instead by these boats? I thought he was at the dock, but maybe he's one of these guys? And there are a couple of boats down here. Ping high, maybe? I go out to sea or catch fish and stuff. Go find yourself another sailor. The boat. This boat of mine received guests bound for the Pearl Galley only. Okay. Pearl Galley is where I'm bound. Forgive me. So you had to be an honored cast. Yay! I found him. Okay. Meet Zhongli at the table side.
Oh? I didn't think I would see
And
you
keyboard.
here.
Whoops.
Are these two your friends?
Wanyan.
Yes. We had the fortune of meeting not too long ago.
She
They are
is
quite a
super cute.
knowledgeable
I
and
love her.
talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
Yeah, so Hanju, you do realize he doesn't realize. You do realize who you're talking. Like, you're literally talking to Rex Lapis.
We
Oh,
are
that's better than
discussing
him.
the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first more? That one
As
line
everyone
wasn't
knows,
voiced.
the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps
But seriously, I love her.
the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
Like, I love the outfit, but above, like, all of that, like, that is, like, hairstyle goals right there. Like, glasses and the hairstyle. I love both of those. If I knew how to model that kind of hairstyle with the program I have here for my, like, 3D self there, like, that would be how my hairstyle and glasses look. Absolutely.
Oh, no. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora
I
would
just
no
figured
doubt
that was
possess the strongest power.
just money that I
My
was
next
using.
historical treatise will boldly
Pay
expound on
the
the
people
newest
for
findings
it.
from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
Dagger and a sword. A dagger and a sword? Again, Paimon, not voiced
Buy
randomly.
the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue. And the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade.
Right?
The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence.
That's the evidence.
How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
Because he literally is. Oh my god. Like, I love this interaction so much. It's just like, here is literally Rex Lapis telling you exactly what happened, what's going on, and the people around him are just like, yeah, no, that's not right. It's like, you're literally talking to him.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
am not debating right or wrong. I am simply
I
stating
love
the
it.
fact.
Enough. Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
I mean, he
I know
is.
but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
He literally is freaking Morax.
Well then,
Literally.
answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Right?
Oh,
It's like you're telling someone else's tale.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
I'm just here for a good story.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
I may have to see about, like, screen cat, like, 'cause I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna run into Wan Yan again during this, because obviously I'm going to find her right now. Head to the stern. Okay. Excuse me. Good grief. I need to, like, screen capture. Here, let me go into photo mode so I can zoom in a bit. I want to, like, look at no, that's a bad picture. Like, I need to do it from, like, straight on, like that, and then turn it. And then I need to left button. Whoa. Shift that horizontal movement. There we go. Zoom in just a tad. So I can, like, get a good view of, like, how this looks. And then come in from behind. And I'm actually going to need to move the camera again. Whoa! I mean, that worked. I love it when your player character is just invisible like that. Alright. That's 3 out of 4 angles. That should be more than a game. Hello? I would like to be visible now. There we go. Sometimes the camera just sticks for no reason. But yeah, that gives me, you know, a couple of, a side view. At least one side view, which is pretty much the same on both sides. A frontal view, a back view, and maybe I'll mess around and see if I can't create something similar. I'm still learning how to do, like, the hair on the program, so... Like, this is, like, the hairstyle I have is literally, like, the 4th version I've done of the hair.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right, the Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent. Again, not voiced randomly.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt.
God
the
of
god
salt.
of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way.
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
The story that complicated?
Quite so. I don't know where to begin.
Over here,
Fatui.
Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
Dewey, what do you want? Spit it out. Put down your weapon and stay back, otherwise Paimon's reporting you to the Millelith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
Every time I hear that, I always have to say the word because it's such a weird word. Snezhnaya. The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
What should we do?
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Right.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
Why?
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures.
Sure.
It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too. All of my guys just like, oh my god.
That is quite enticing. Alright then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises we may find.
Who knows what surprises we may find. You're the guy that I'm supposed to talk to get out of here. No. Supposed to be a guy that's around here that you also talk to leave. Maybe he moved like regularly, but he was like right here, either right here or right here in the quest. Where I was like, yeah, here's how you get out. Just as I thought, missing another one tonight. Heard well something, just we're missing another one of our regular customers. They probably disappeared. Nevertheless, there's no need to think much of it. Someone new will be introduced to this place soon anyway. You mean disappeared? Exactly what it says on the label. It disappeared from the face of Liyue. I guess we'll party lavishly one day, then be gone without a trace the next, as if they never existed at all. Served as a guard on board this boat for over a decade now. Such occurrences are hardly new. Pro galley is dazzling to gaze upon, but there won't even be bones left by the time it's done picking you clean. If you've nothing else to do, don't stick around these parts, even on the prize eyes on the prize traveler. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, I guess I can always teleport back. That's fine, too. Over here. Okay. What? Okay. It like untracked the quest. I guess I clicked on that on accident. Let me... I mean, I'm sure it's, you know, right here, but...
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyon Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons? Paimon, we've heard this like 7 times now.
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size.
Like, this is not new information.
Due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyon Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyon Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life.
Sure.
Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Elemental sight. Whee! Obviously, I have to get over here to the hill first. Alrighty. Ah, frick. Frick with the stupid frozen.
I'll catch up. Time to clean up.
I just got overloaded? I guess I must have had pyro or something. Cause, oh my god. Or electro. Maybe I got maybe I had electro and I got hit by fire.
Someone needs assistance.
I tend to not notice the status effects, honestly. They're down here at the very bottom near the health there, and I, like, completely miss them. Ah, probably that chest over here. Considering this chest was not here before. Well, that worked well. I gotta get this guy's stupid shield. There we go.
Leave it up to me.
Now I can just like kill the guy.
I'll catch up.
A lot of hydro going on over there. Gonna get some electro charge. There we go. Like, this is a good combo here. You use Lisa, and then you use Barbara, and you switch back to Lisa, because you get that continuous electro charge going, which is great.
Guyan Stone Forest is a
Use
place
training
where
dummy.
God was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Because I don't really need the elemental sight. It keeps telling me exactly where to go, so...
I must leave no stone unturned.
I figured I'd have to use elemental sight in the area, but... seems like it's just these groups of enemies every time I get to that area. So what's the point of this Geo dude? I guess he creates the Geo spikes. I didn't even like notice. I'd like never even noticed those Geo spikes. Really wish I had stronger characters or weaker enemies. This is why I'm not leveling my adventure rank over level 45, because
It's a good night show.
at least not until the quests demand it anyway, because needing to get to level 70 minimum for your characters to really be useful is completely bogus. Especially when they all start at level 1. Like, at least give me some kind of a level boost. Or don't give me a level boost, but like don't
Someone needs assistance.
like give me the characters already ascended or something, you know? Like maybe they're already phase 5 or something, just because I'm pulling them when I have other phase 5 characters. Oh my god, so many enemies now. Like, even if they still start at level 1, at least they're phase 5 already, so I don't have to grind out the ridiculous mats. And, you know, a lot of people have said, like, oh, well, it's a gacha game, of course it's going to be grindy. Usually it's grindy for free-to-play players. Like, there's a reason why they call it pay to win, you know? And in this case, like, you can't get any of the stuff to, like, ascend your characters from paying. So, like, literally having these, like, grinding things don't earn them any extra money. It just limits you. And you say, well, you can replenish your original resin with Primo Gems, but you can only do that 6 times. Like, I've never seen a gacha game that limits the amount of times you can use a paid resource to replenish, like, your, you know, daily allotted like mobile stamina. You know, your LP if you're playing Love Live, or your original resin in this game, or something like that, you know. Stamina in just most games that I've seen, honestly. I think it literally is just called stamina in Fate Go. Not that I ever really got anywhere in that. Grab this core lapis, and we'll do some elemental sight to what? That? Seems odd, but okay.
Someone needs assistance.
Crude sack.
Leave it up to me.
Continue using elemental sight to search for relics. At least I'm glad I'm not getting frozen while I'm standing on the ice. That's generally what happens when you're standing on the ice. You get frozen. Because yes, you're standing on the ice, but also you're slightly in the water, so you get affected by hydro, which I was getting affected by, but then the ice usually freezes you. So I'm kind of glad I wasn't getting frozen there. I don't know why I wasn't. Maybe I don't understand that mechanic.
Object in the center. Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly.
Hi, Oceanid
The
mobs.
hydromanic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead, defeat them, and recover the relic.
You get a little bit of healing here with Lisa. Going for Lisa. More enemy reinforcements. Hydro mimics. Oh my god. I cannot get away from the... Wow!
Tiring.
I could not get away from them. No matter what I did.
Someone needs assistance.
Lisa just got annihilated by them, which is weird because she's usually like really good against them. And like avoiding them and stuff like that. In fact, I don't even know if I can kill them now that I don't have Electro. Because they heal pretty quickly. Now, obviously that one I could, but that one was also a very low level enemy. I'm talking more like the boar and this big pigeony thing. Bird here. I don't know that I'm dealing damage to that one. Oh, fire do anything? Vaporize was apparently how you did the other thing. Oh my god, I literally cannot... Okay, hang on. I need some heals here. Ugh. I forgot I had the NRE. I really cannot get away from these guys. I cannot get far enough away from these guys to attack them.
Don't be such a brute.
And this guy's already healed all the way back up. That's fine. What just happened? Where did that damage come from out of nowhere? Like there was just suddenly a big blast of water damage for no reason. I'm sure there was a reason, but
its design is quite unique.
I don't know what the reason was.
Be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Oh, hi. Yeah, don't mind if I stop and mine this before I talk to you guys. Because I definitely need the magical crystal chunks. I mean, I just need the crystal chunks in general, but magical crystal chunks are always nice.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Stop arguing. What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the God of Salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
One shouldn't lack general knowledge in their field. It is a bit strange.
And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear. If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
I mean, he's right there. He could. No, you're trying to collect the strength of the gods.
By the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Rip.
I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded.
That's not what archaeology is about.
No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt too, actually. Let's go to Salterai next.
Salterai, huh? We're going under lock and key. Ooh. Okay. So there was like a dungeon or something in Salterai last time I was there. I wondered if it was going to become something.
You're simply a money grubber.
And what are you then? All you think about is digging up valuable relics every day.
They're still arguing. Let's not bother them. Aww. But I want to bother them. It's fun to bother them. Excuse me. Good grief. Alright. I'm actually really curious, because yeah, this will open up this area up here, I bet. And this is something that, like, I saw near the, like, beginning of my ventures in Liyue. I was really curious to see if they were going to do anything with it. I should have thought of it as soon as they started mentioning the God of Salt. But it wasn't until it's like, let's go to Salteray, that I was like, oh, we're going here. Now I'm all excited. Alright. Gotta deal with this Geo freaking mitral thing. I don't remember what it's called. But I remember it's really basically near impossible to kill. Unless you're either in co-op or you just have somebody with really good Geo. Which I guess technically my main character has, but I don't have the MC in the party. Actually, the MC has really bad Geo. Really, Noelle is the best Geo character so far. So.
Someone needs assistance.
Also, did anybody but me know that you can apparently climb onto Storm Terror's back during the fight? Because I had no clue. I don't know if I said that right initially, but I had zero clue. I literally learned this today. Apparently you can climb on the Storm Terror's back.
I'll catch you.
Neck, whatever you want to call it.
Leave it all to me.
Yep, there's the Geo power again.
Someone needs assistance. Time to clean up.
It is really ridiculous when he gets that Geo power. Like, he becomes so OP, it's stupid. Can I get some, like, electro charge going on here? I just realized, like, I can kill this guy way faster with some good electro charge. There we go. I wish Noelle was a bit stronger. But I literally have no idea how to make her any more powerful. Other than leveling her up, of course. Alright. Salteray.
I heard that Salteray was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salteray. However, The ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt.
Related to the God of Salt's people?
I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something Lord Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
Quite ancient.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Salt seals the ruins within. None uninvited may enter in. So this mechanism is over here now. Hey, game, please. I say it again, I really do want to play this game. I don't know if it's me or the game or what, but it just seems like the game keeps trying to keep me from playing it. Get stuck on things and get...
Here it is. There's some debris
Weird
scattered here that,
things.
when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the God of Salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
Another mechanism, right over here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
South, east, west,
To the
north?
north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
Yes.
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the God of Salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingze in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
So, what? South, east, west, then north?
Someone needs assistance.
Right? I get very annoyed at the constant cryo enemies next to the water. It makes perfect sense to do that, but it gets annoying. It just seems like they're always there, and always block your way, and always freeze you every freaking time. So what? So again, south. And then the east. Say, which way is east? I hope it's this way. I always forget which way is east and which way is west. Hey, there you go.
It really was broken. Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
You can tell me though that nobody figured that out.
Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Like, that wouldn't even take much to figure out through random chance. There's only like 16 options, I think. You should be very, very capable of figuring that out, even just randomly. But nice, we finally get to go in here.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
I won't take any either. Hey, don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
I mean, he knows, so... He knows what we're gonna find down here already, so it doesn't affect him in this. Oh my god. This is not what I expected. I expected a domain. Not a ginormous cavern underneath.
Leave it all to me.
I did not expect this in the slightest.
As a good night should.
Why'd I do that? I have to wait for that to wear off. Wrong button. Anyway, this is probably gonna deal more damage doing this electro charge anyway. It's sad that my most powerful move is just comboing Lisa and Barbara together. Or maybe that's just the way this whole game is designed.
I'll catch up.
I don't know. Maybe it's like Charmander was saying, they don't expect one character, they want you to do combos with everybody or something. But like, again, I get that in the main game, but when you're doing a trial of a character, it seems like it should be focusing on that character, you know? Maybe I'm just dumb to think that, though. Lots of Core Lapis and Noctilucous Jade so far, though. I mean, it's only been 3 of each so far, but that's still a lot more than I normally find. Dear Luna, holy crap. I really expected like a domain. I did not expect a like freaking in-world cave down here. I don't know, it's definitely getting superconduct there, but I definitely did way more damage the moment I switched to Noelle. Or maybe it's just because they fell in the water. Well, I am right, like, this is taking me directly next to freaking Dragon Spine here. Like, we are almost directly underneath Dragon Spine. Oh, and here's the domain of Mysteries and Salt. So the recommended party level 35. It's not going to be level 35 at all. I already know that. It's not going to be level 35 at all. It's gonna give me Zhongli at freaking level 70 something, and all the enemies are gonna be like level 75 or something like that. Probably level 70 really, but for further and look for divine relics. But yeah, I kind of figured it would give me Zhongli, especially level 71. Bizarre looking statue that appears to be made of salt. Ooh. Oh boy! Oh boy, oh boy! I can already see some of that.
Statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Because I made 2 of those. That's fine, I guess. When I was trying to do it all. Yep. Okay. Can I climb these? No? I can't climb this wall. Okay. Maybe it's this way. No. What? I am confused. Wants me to go that way, but I can't go up that way.
Rise!
Oh, I can climb these. Again, the issue I was running into was Storm Terror. I ran up, I tried to climb it, it wouldn't let me climb it. Why would I assume then that was going to work? The climbing mechanic in this game is sometimes so buggy. Hello? What's this?
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
It just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Easily?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Ooh, a thing that forever has salt in it. That's not. That's not gonna get. Yeah, no. He's transfixed in an earnest posture. No, perhaps he was also afraid? Yeah. Salt. She turned her people. She got angry and she turned her people into salt. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Solidify!
And that's why Morax had to kill her in the end. Because she was hurting her own people. Bet you anything that's what we're gonna find. I mean, this basically is already what we found, so...
Gather!
Right, that's not how that works. Rip.
Rise!
Close enough. Door of Resurrection activated. Oh yeah.
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick? And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, on the topic of useless
So
people.
you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is
Oh
one
boy.
of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Uh-huh.
Pay your dues.
Tui Clement.
No escape.
This is order.
Boom. Okay, Petrify is freaking amazing. Like, holy crap, that really is an amazing status ailment. Also, that dealt so much damage.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey, you could only pretend for so long. At least we had our guard up. Hope you ever become as greedy as him, Paimon. Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Yep.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt.
So what's the truth behind her in the end?
You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Excuse me. I'm thinking of it, I've never heard you say Rex Lapis. Right, now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name
During
Morax.
the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Farewell, sweet salt. Proceed deeper within. She still holds that Morax was evil, but what we're gonna find here is that Morax had to kill her because she was the one that was evil. Okay, well I get that, but how do I get across here? Can I make that gap normally? Oh right, I can climb this thing. That's right. Because, you know, I tried that and it didn't work. But that's how you do it. Because for some odd reason it does work. Also, if Zhongli died, how would I even get through here? Just saying. Like...
Quake!
Also, there's a lot of hilly trails down here.
Solidify!
I will have order.
Wow! I completely missed with that. That sucks.
Crumble!
I don't know that that's really worth using. Like, it barely does any damage. That does way more damage than the like creating the pillar, and even that's not enough to like do anything to this guy's shield here. I have to do that multiple times. And a spear can't break through that shield either. I am not happy with Zhongli at all. He has an awesome elemental burst. That's about all that he's got going for him. Well, playability wise.
I will have order.
Boom. Okay, yeah, see? So now I have this guy. Which really... Again, why are they throwing a fire enemy at me?
Solidify!
Like, Geo is not effective against fire, like at all. Like the crystallized elemental reaction doesn't do anything to their shields. If I hadn't had Barbara there, I could have legitimately been like screwed out of continuing the dungeon. I'm very confused. I'm like, I really must be missing something.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the god of salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
Does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person. No one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide,
There's
huh?
a contract. Nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli?
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit a girl.
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh?
Oh, God of Salt devotee.
The truth?
I wonder when that changed. I didn't even notice.
Punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Actually, he is... Okay. Hey, came back! It's too much for her to take. What you said really is true, right?
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Okay, so I was a little wrong on the whole she turned her people to salt.
And betrayal.
But, well, maybe not. Maybe... I mean, they still think they got turned to salt, so I'm still thinking something's gonna come up about that. Or to try to save herself. Seems to be fleeing from something, without suspecting that something terrible was afoot. Same thing. Hi, Wanyan.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
I feel the door opened a little too quickly. Have to want in and witness the truth. He once held something in his hand, upraised in the presence of supreme effort. This must be the one who... Yeah. I was just gonna say, that makes sense. Ground zero. No matter what was once here, not remains but a single flower of salt. Her people... Oh my god, that's even worse. Her people were the ones that killed her.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
What about all these statue things?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't. This must be a lie. A false history, all of it. Don't you dare try to shake my faith.
Yikes. Songli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now.
You seem all too familiar with what happened to the God of Salt.
Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well.
I was gonna say, yeah, he did fight
Faith
in the
a
full
god
war,
who has
so...
already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
People of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground. Telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Challenge complete. That was a good dungeon. I mean, aside from the parts where I was fighting enemies that were against my type, that was a good dungeon. Holy crap. Like, I'm satisfied with that storyline. I know the storyline's not over yet, but holy crap, I'm satisfied with this storyline.
Someone needs assistance.
Granted, I was satisfied with Child's story until freaking the battle there that I still haven't been able to figure out how to get past. I'd love to see the rest of that story, but until I can get past that stupid fight, which again, I don't even know how to do. Oh my god, I have to climb all the way up there. Ooh boy. I never was very good at figuring out how to climb up there. I mean, you just gotta climb up, but like, it's so much, like it's so high. You gotta find like this couple of spots that actually let you climb up. There you go. I think I found the spot that I can climb up. It's also just a matter of the stamina. Stamina tends to be the thing that gets me the most. So I'm climbing and I'm like, yeah, I got this. And all of a sudden I realize I have no stamina. I'm like, where'd all my stamina go? Oh, this area. Okay. Oh, do I really have to fight you guys? Couldn't the game have just removed these enemies for this quest? Can I even kill these guys? Oh boy. I'm starting to wonder. I don't think I've ever killed this group of enemies here before.
I'll catch up.
These three just work so well together that I'm not really sure how you're supposed to get around them. I feel like I'm misunderstanding a game mechanic somewhere. Like, is my problem. Oh my god, when does this bubble go away?
Let the show begin.
No, I feel like that's a big thing. Is that I feel like it must be just misunderstanding a game mechanic. That I can only guess that the game has tried to teach me, but I've been too stupid to understand. I don't know.
Steady as stone. Someone needs assistance.
The only element, like the only elemental reaction I can think of that would work between these three is swirl. But of course that does, kind of require you to have an animo user, which again comes to my complaint of there's 7 elements. This game seems to enjoy throwing at you, you just need a certain element. But then they don't let you switch in combat or anything to that element. There's 7 elements but only 4 party members, you know? You can't have all 7 elements. It's just impossible. I mean, not to mention the fact that there isn't even a Dendro character yet. So technically there's only 6 available. But like, at any moment the game can just be like, oh, you need this element. Like, very specifically for this elemental reaction. Like, because the entire game is focused on the elemental reactions, it's like, I don't know. Like, I would compare it a little bit to Pokemon, and how it's like, there's 18 different types, you can only have 6 party members, and so, at most you might have like 6 types, but in Pokemon, if you do it right, your teams can contain all 18 types, through either dual typing, or just having the right abilities, the right Pokemon moves. Here, though, an animo character is only ever an animo character and can only ever use animo, except for the main character, except that the main character can't switch whatever. They can only switch at the specific locations.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan Stone Forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
What would you like us to do?
I ended an era with my own 2 hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear. Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
Well, that's why you want us to come with you. Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
South Flora, quest complete. Wow.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
Does relics cause a Osial to grow in power?
Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, they are nothing before Osial. If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more.
Wow. I'm pleased with that. Like, I loved that story. Again, I felt the domain could have used a little work, or again, maybe I'm just misunderstanding a game mechanic. I don't know, somebody can leave a comment down below, tell me like, yeah, in this battle, you know, you were doing this and you needed to do that or something. Maybe so I can kind of get a more understanding of the game mechanics. Because I literally don't know what else I needed to do there other than what I did. So it's, I don't know. But anyway, I guess that's it for that. That is the story there. You know, if I go into the quests, it's complete, so there's still, you know, Child 2 Series Terrific Tour that I can't beat because I don't understand how to defeat. And maybe somebody, like, can leave a comment about that too. Like, how are you supposed to defeat that battle with Child? You know, because, like, again, it's an Electro enemy, a Geo enemy, an Animo enemy. I think there was the Fire enemies I understand, obviously, because fire is weak to the water. But, like, I don't understand how to beat the Electro enemies. Like, it didn't seem like I was doing anything to them with Child, like, or even using any of his abilities. The Animo enemies also, like, I couldn't touch. I think there was a Cryo enemy maybe as well. I don't remember at this point. It's been a while. Cryo, I really like.
Tired. Would you like some
with
tea?
Cryo, Hydro
sugar?
plus Cryo
Tea or
equals
two?
Frozen. That you're just like, that's just death. So I really have no idea how to even begin to like touch that, like, at all either. So again, if anybody knows, leave a comment down below. Try to help me understand, I guess. I mean, I do want to. I really would like to understand what I'm not understanding. I don't know. Like I said, the game. I feel like the game didn't explain it, but maybe again, I'm just dumb. I know I'm dumb, but that's something else. But yeah, well, with that, that's the end of Zhongli's storyline. It'll probably be patch 1.3 before I do any more Genshin streams, unless they suddenly add something else. I didn't expect Zhongli to be, like, Zhongli or his story or anything to be added either, so it's entirely possible that something else might come between now and then, but I don't know, so but yeah, if nothing does come up between now and then, I'll probably continue my streams of, I'll probably do another Genshin stream when we hit the 1.3 Dragon Spine patch. I mean, I am pretty excited for that, so. But if you're here at the stream, which it doesn't look like anybody is, but if anybody is here at the stream, feel free to stick around, because there's going to be more. But for those watching the VOD, feel free to subscribe. You can check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any of the episodes you might have missed. Again, please feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what game mechanic it is that I'm completely just missing here, because I mean, I've looked through the archive here, looked at the tutorials and stuff, and it's like I don't understand. It's like Frozen occurs when Cryo meets Hydro. Frozen beings are rendered immobile, but also rock hard. Vaporize from Pyro meeting Hydro. The Pyro or Hydro attack triggered Vaporize deals increased damage. So that doesn't do much. The one hit that does Vaporize is a little extra damage, but that's it. There's obviously Electro Charge, where it continuously deals electro damage till it wears off, which is nice. Overloaded, you deal AoE Pyro damage, which obviously doesn't matter at all if the creature's already Pyro to begin with. They're just immune to that. Superconduct deals cryo damage, decreases defense. There's burning, there's swirl, melt, crystallize. All this does is it creates a shield, so it doesn't even deal any damage. I don't know. I literally don't know at this point. Using an element that reacts with cryo can make quick work of their buff. This one, for example, here I have to use the fire. Because there's the superconduct, but that just deals cryo damage, which these guys are immune to. So you have to use fire. Same with this. This is water, so you have to deal electro. This guy, I don't know. I don't understand how you beat an ice with a water, or an electro with a water, or an animo with a water. You use restorative animo powers. weakened ally skirmishers who've lost their elemental buffs, allowing them to quickly jump back into the fray. So that's like why I can't do anything as that guy. But I can't kill that guy with a water character. I don't understand. I really don't. I feel like this game relies way too heavily on the whole elemental thing, because I really don't understand how they're supposed to work together, like at all. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys next time. So, again, please leave a comment. Tell me what the flip it is I'm being stupid about, because I would really appreciate that. So, yeah, see you later.